Yeah, so this is episode 5. I should probably say
Cool.
that. Episode 5
man.
of Still Not Dead. 5 in a row. I don't know if I've ever done that on my own. The only time
That's tight.
I did, me and Sam probably got about 12 in a row when we were doing Fun with S&M.
Yep.
And then we started getting lazy. I did a solo podcast before that, but I was very, I might have did 2 in a row, and then it was just every whenever. Yep. But this has been consistent so far.
Nice, man.
Episode. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it White Anthony. That's what this episode's called. We got Anthony.
I love it, man.
Anthony David
That's
Wade.
what we got.
Anthony David Wade's in Toronto. Didn't tell me.
Oh man, I'm
Just
sorry.
been here for a month.
I'm sorry, man. Like I said, I thought you were with Sam out in the Calgary, man. If I knew you were still a Toronto man's, I would have hit you up. But
yeah, we'll go with that. That's what we'll go.
Yeah,
with.
man.
Yeah.
No, you know you're the homie. I couldn't help but notice on the floor there you got a little bit of the New Brunswick marijuana packaging there.
Yeah, it's mostly empty. It's pretty much just shake at this point.
Yeah.
I bought it when I went home over the holidays.
Oh, tight. Yeah.
I got my. I don't know where my bag's behind me. I have my Toronto shit. There's a dispensary on.
Cool.
On Bloor in Ossington.
Okay, nice.
Right by Comedy Bar across the street.
Dope.
It's called Cafe. It's a cafe. Got a little outdoor patio, but in the back they got a dispensary and they got everything.
Oh, I love it, man.
Got some gummy bears over there. They fucked me out the other day.
Bro.
Oh.
I haven't had the chance really to make it to any dispensaries yet. I've been doing sketchy weed maps delivery services, and
do it. Well, check out that one on.
I definitely will. Yeah,
it's pretty solid, man. It's I went the other day after. I didn't know it was a dispensary at first because it's so it's just. I was going. There's a. So right next to Comedy Bar is the Piston. There's an open mic there on Saturdays. So I went there after work. I was going there, and the Piston wasn't open because I don't remember what time I got off work, but I want to say the mic starts at. I want to say I got off at maybe 4, and the mic starts at 6. So I was at 5:30. But I don't think the Piston opens until 5. So I was I got time to kill. Oh, I never seen this cafe before. Looks new. Went across the street. Just got an Americano. Just sat down. Started writing out some ideas that I had kicking around the head to test out. And then went over to the mic. And then I was hanging out with the buddy after. And he was like, "Oh, man, have you been to the new dispensary?" And I was like, "No, where is it?" And he was like, "Oh, cafe right across from the Piston." And I was like, "Oh, what? There's a dispensary there? I did not know that."
That's wild, man. It's like a covert operation.
It's pretty cool, yeah. And then you go in the back and it's a cafe, and then at the very back there's just a lady at a desk, checks your ID, and then you ring the buzzer and you go in, and they got everything.
What a time to be alive, man.
Everything.
That's crazy.
But I fucked up. I don't smoke a lot. I smoke more. I smoke more since I moved because it's cheaper than boozing all the time.
Yeah, facts.
But I'm more of a sativa kind of guy. I just like something that just kind of mellows me out more than anything, and that's for the most part it.
Yeah.
And I got a pre-roll, and it was an indica dominant hybrid.
Oh, okay. So you went to bed after that.
And I was like, oh, I didn't know. I thought it was a sativa dominant. I was like, I want to feel a little bit good, but mostly be mellowed out. And I was just I was like, oh, I am fucked right now. But then I picked up gummy bears too. I had half of one the other day, and I was like, all right, that's pretty good. And then I had a full one, and I was like, that's too much. I can't.
A different planet. Yo, that's crazy, man.
Fuck.
Oh shit! Actually, I lied. I went to one dispensary in Brampton. I'm not gonna call them out because I don't want to get them arrested. But they front as an aromatherapy joint.
Yeah.
So it's blah blah whatever the name of the place is, aromatherapy, and then you walk in, it's just a different type of aromatherapy. And
yeah, I wonder. I don't know if this is. Because I know it's not technically legal, right?
It's super. I don't think it is.
In Ontario, I think April 1st is when, which is in a few days. But maybe this was their soft opening.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man.
I don't know how that works.
It had bars though on the windows and stuff.
Yeah, so this is a super nice place. It just seemed very, very professional. Because I was in one. I don't remember where I was, but I was in Toronto a few years ago, and I remember going into one, and it was just very weird, kind of sketchy, sort of deal. It was I don't even know. There was no advertising or anything like that. Not that this place advertises, but it's just it seems more
A
professional.
little more wholesome.
Yeah, like you're like, okay, this it feels like what they're doing is legal, even though
Yeah.
it might not be. But I don't know. This is a cool spot though, definitely.
Yeah, man, the whole weed thing is wild. Like I remember I was here visiting for my birthday in August, and it was mid August, and I was trying to get some weed, and I was like right downtown, just by Union, and there was like this little weed maps. Like it said, this was a little black house. It was like it looks like somebody had taken like a little shack and like spray painted it completely black, and there was just like blacked out windows and like a blacked out door, and like there was like knocking instructions. You had to like knock a specific pattern, and then like I went in and like. There was like the dude working was wearing headphones, a balaclava, and sunglasses. And I'm like, am I gonna die? Like I walked in and was not sure if I was ever gonna be able to walk out.
That's the thing. I don't know. Yeah, but this is just so like, and they have like literally everything. Like CBD oil, they got.
That's tight, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to feel like I'm gonna die when I go in a weed dispensary.
Like like this is. That's what the pre-roll.
Okay,
you know
tight.
I mean? Like
Yeah. That's cool.
But for those people listening, this is what the pre-roll came in. And Gorilla Glue 4. That's
Okay.
what this shit was called.
Yeah, it looks like a little medical tube, almost like you'd put like blood in or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what
A little
they did.
descriptive.
Maybe there was blood in it at one point.
Who fucking
Gorilla
knows?
Glue. That's
Yeah.
what I smoked. And
Okay.
because I guess it Gorilla Glues you to the couch. Like it's
Yeah, I
just.
bet, man. That sounds insane.
I was like, oh, no,
God
that
damn
was
it.
too much. Oh, and I only smoked half of it. I shared it with another comic.
Oh, for real? Damn,
That's
man.
the thing. I was like,
Damn.
I don't know how much weed was in it. Like I don't know. Like it was a good size joint. Like it wasn't just your shitty small rolling paper. Like it was like a solid.
It was probably like a solid G or like close to. In the
Yeah,
joint.
I would guess around there. So I smoked maybe probably had 0.5, 0.4, 0.5, but it was just like, oh god damn it, holy.
Oh, shouts out Jam Easy. I saw him last night, but the week before I showed up to do his mic, and he had this like huge blunt. We hazed it, so
Nice.
shouts out Jam.
So he was he's supposed to come on the podcast at some point.
Tight.
I was talking to him.
Yeah, so
You went to the show last night?
Yeah, I was at the show
Yeah.
last night. I showed up kind of late, and grabbed a couple beers and just wanted to go for the vibe.
Kyle
Like,
Lucy.
Yeah,
That
I
night,
saw
didn't he?
him, man. That was
Was that the first time you saw him?
Yo, first time I'd ever heard of him, bro.
So fucking good.
Yeah, lit the place up, bro. Like,
He runs a weekly show at the corner.
yeah, it's for like dark,
Which is
like
just
black
down the
comedy.
street. Yeah, the Renegade. 2 shows.
Yeah, that's sick, man.
And he's like the nicest dude.
Yeah, I didn't.
And
I
it's
didn't.
fucked because like the shit that he says, you're like, holy
comes
shit.
out of his mouth, and then
But he's just like this he's got that almost like Anthony Jeselnik kind of vibe, like just very
Yeah.
clean cut, good looking,
yeah,
dude. And then the shit that he says, you're like, I don't know how you can get away with it.
yeah,
But
man.
he's just like he's almost smart, like he knows.
Yeah, well,
There's always a joke there. He's
Yeah.
not just saying offensive shit.
there's always payoff. Yeah,
Yeah,
every
but he's
single thing he said was for a reason.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's fucking he's really good. But he's just a fucking nice dude.
Yeah, man.
And he's
like,
one of the few pros I see in the city that actually are hustling at open mics. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like he
still-
doesn't have. He could be
still
on
in the
books. He
dirt.
could be
Yeah,
on
yeah.
book shows, but he'll go up in front of 2 people.
Yeah.
And just fucking. Sometimes he'll just die, and sometimes he'll destroy.
That's cool though,
Yeah, it
man.
just depends on but it's like, you know what I mean? Nobody else is doing that. Like there's so
Keeps you
few
humble, like,
of the pros in the city doing that.
Yeah.
Like most of them are just like, I'm just gonna do. But he's constantly writing. He's constantly. And there's probably maybe 4 or 5.
yeah, he's sharp as hell, man. Yeah,
4 or 5
that was a
that
good show.
that are constantly. Yeah, he's a funny dude.
Copped one of the Jam Easy T-shirts. The Jam.
Oh, he's got
yeah,
T-shirts
he's got shirts now. They
God
look like
damn it.
what's that? The Jack Daniels shirt.
Okay.
But it's got like obviously it's like a parody. But I
Yeah.
cop one of those.
Nice.
Yeah. No, they're pretty cool.
This fucking dude, he's just marketing the shit. out of
Yeah,
himself,
I love it, man. I love it. The hustle.
Oh fuck.
The hustle, man.
So you've been here what, a month now?
Yeah,
right?
just a little couple of days over a month. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're just like, just chilling.
I'm just chilling, man. I got approved for Pogie, so I'm living life.
Oh
Yeah,
god damn it,
bro.
man! I should have done that.
Yo.
You know, so this is what I did. Okay.
Yeah.
I like I could have probably got laid off when I was still in New Brunswick, and I was making decent money. I mean, I was getting tips, so that doesn't count, unfortunately.
Right.
But like, I was making good money. Like, I job stamps on EI would probably be similar to what I'm making right now.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
like I could have just done that, but I was like, I don't want that little of money. But also, I was like, I don't know, like there was just like all this. I was like, I don't know if I could survive off of that little bit of money.
Right.
I want to get, but I almost should have just done it anyway. And then if I got a job, because like I was unemployed for 6 weeks before I started working.
Yeah.
And then I started working, and I haven't really worked. Like last week was probably the only week since I've been working that I actually hit 40 hours.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I've just been figuring it out as I go, but also living off of savings, and
I'm doing the same thing.
that savings is depleted now.
Yeah.
I got my fucking my income tax is coming soon, and
I filed mine. I got
after that, I don't know what happens.
Bro, I think like first thing on my list is a real bed. That's like one of the.
That
first
was
things.
initially on my list too, but at the same time, I'm like, I could probably rock this air mattress longer.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I'm like, I've been looking like, I guess, trying to look at the bigger picture too.
Right.
And where else I could put that money that might benefit me. Like so I've been here, 6-7 months now. I went home over the holidays, did some shows. I'm home at the end of April for a week doing shows. I'm in BC doing shows in June.
Cool.
And then I have an East Coast tour planned in August. So it's like every couple months I'm trying to do like a mini vacation and get some travel and whatnot. So if I can make enough money doing that to cover the majority of my expenses, but have that little bit of extra that I can of my own to make it worth, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing a split middle at Yucks in Vancouver.
Yeah.
In June. That doesn't pay what the flight's gonna cost, right? I'm gonna make.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many shows I'm doing. I'll probably make like $100, $200, or whatever. I don't even know how many shows, but I'll make that and then I'll cover the difference. So it's like, do I want the bed or do I want to go to Vancouver?
Yeah, don't want to go to Vancouver. Yeah,
that kind of thing. But then also, like I was talking to Nick Martinello.
Yeah.
I had to do a show at House Basement with him in December when I was home, and he's in England now. But he was talking to me about how he's going to England and the visa that he's on, and it's like you can, as long as you can do that. It's like I don't even know what it's called, but it's meant for like youth, I guess. So anyone under 30,
like
can apply,
visa.
And it's like a 2-year work visa that's relatively easy to do.
Yeah.
So that's what he's doing, and so like now that thought has been through my mind, and you had to apply before you're 30. I'll be 28 in a couple months, so
yeah, man.
It's that's a couple years. So then it's like, well, live life as cheap as I can and save some money and potentially do that.
Definitely.
Like I have so many other ideas. It's like I don't want to completely settle down.
Right. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like I mean, not like I'm
every few
settled.
months you kind of want the choice to be able to like pick up and kind of like.
I'm settled, yeah, but I want to. If an opportunity presents itself, I don't want to be like, well, now I have all of this shit.
Yeah, I suppose like a full IKEA store with the stuff is not like. Yeah. It's not intuitive.
Yeah.
To, like,
so like, I mean, like I have like sometimes I'm like I need more shit. I wish I had a real bed or this or that, but I'm just kind of going with the flow.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's like a sacrifice you have to make for the lifestyle too. Like be able to move around and like.
I like. Well, that's.
Around.
I think that it's also. I think that if you get accustomed to slumming it out, then you have a better chance of not that you have a better chance of making it per se, but you have a better understanding of like the sacrifices that sometimes are needed to make in order to pursue something like that. Like
value of $1 and like
well, it's and I'm not like, dude, sometimes I'll spend more money than I should on food
like weed, bro. Oh my god,
just
the weed
there's always shit that I that I could be like, I could be a little more. I could not spend money on this or that and do things like that. But I just think that I guess, if you find out how little you can still somewhat comfortably live off of, then it opens doors for a lot of other things. Mm-hmm. I think some people just get accustomed to a good, almost not like luxurious lifestyle, but like you see comics that are out drinking every night of the week.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
And it's like the money that is then spent. Like if you're buying 3-4 beer a day, that's $20-$30 that you're spending. Yep. you're spending your show money on drinks, and if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But it's like if you invest that money back into the art form, so back into whether it's saving up some money so that you can do it and make a trip to New York or to LA to hop on some mics there, or you know what I mean. Like I do that a lot. Like sometimes I'll do like a sponsored ad, or I'm doing this podcast. Or I'm doing like I put a lot of money into comedy on top of trying to be good at it.
Right. Yeah.
So that's almost like a combination of the two, because it's almost like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good you are at something if nobody knows who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could be the best singer, but you just never do anything publicly, and you're just hoping that you're gonna make it off of YouTube.
Yeah, part of the talent is like the hustle.
Well, it's like it's a little bit of everything. So you meet people. I'm very bad at just going up and introducing myself to people. That's something that I'm so bad at. But like, if I do well on a show and someone compliments me on it, then I can start a conversation.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Or if someone else does well and I can compliment them. But I feel like the majority of any connections I made since really any connections I made in general has not been in Toronto.
Yeah,
it's been on outside shows.
Okay,
because so many people are just they drop in, they do a set, they leave.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're like, all I'm doing is performing in front of a few people that aren't really paying attention.
Yeah, I definitely did my most networking in Halifax, I think, when I was.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a big thing with Halifax. I remember right before, maybe like a month or so before I moved, I went up to Halifax for a few shows, and I crashed crashed at Andrew Vaughn's, and he was telling me, he's like, you know, Toronto's the best move for you, because you're in New Brunswick. Like, he's like, if someone's in PEI, he's like, if they're going to move to a bigger, I would recommend Halifax because
stepping stone.
You really only have Halifax or St. John would be your two kind of options, but it would make more sense to just go to Halifax. The distance is pretty well the same. Why not go to the bigger scene? But for me being in St. John, to move 4 hours in one direction to Halifax and really nothing else is closer. Or just move 12 hours in the other direction, where now I've got Ottawa and fucking goddamn Montreal. You know what I mean? There's all like everything within that same distance. Plus, I'm in arguably the best city in the country for comedy. So he was like, you know, that makes sense for you. He's like, plus he's like, there's people that you have done guest spots with, that you've met, that a lot of other people haven't met in Toronto because they never see them because they're not on the same shows. But doing guest spots at the club,
I'm kind of
meeting and kind of house stuff. So there is some truth to that.
Yeah, I just happened to be in Halifax like when I started doing comedy. Like I was just living there for like other reasons, and so that's kind of how I got wrapped up in that. But like if I had just started like in New Brunswick, I probably wouldn't have. Like I probably would have just came here. Like as helpful as Halifax was, like.
There's like.
I guess if my whole career looked different, then I might have, you know what I mean. But
everything's different though too, right? Like I don't know. Like there's a big part of me that would be much happier living in a slightly smaller market. Whether it's Hamilton. I've been thinking of Hamilton.
I definitely gotta get down there for sure
because I've only done one show in Hamilton, but I got like a lot of good friends in comedy that are from Hamilton
for sure.
And I perform with Manolis and Jason Allen and
great guys.
They're cool dudes. But it's like I don't know the size of Hamilton, but I feel like it's like the Halifax scene, but it's less than an hour away from Toronto. You know what I mean? And you're like, it's that kind of scene where like you can still get up every night. Not a million times, but you can also just make the trip to Toronto a few nights a week. There's something about, and it's not a giant city. Sometimes Toronto is just overwhelming, especially going from one extreme to the other.
Oh my god! Well, I've never even been this far east. I don't think like in Toronto. Like people were asking me where I was going to do this. I'm like, I'm going to like. They're like, oh, you're in the beaches. I'm like, there's a beach. Like, I don't fucking know.
The beach is like right there. Literally, there's a cinema across the street called The Beaches.
Oh,
Cinema.
Cool. Yeah.
There's beaches down there. We're like pretty much at the edge of the beaches in Leslieville. But
no, I definitely want to get to Hamilton, man. Like my boy lives in Hamilton. He's not a comedy dude, but he just comes up like every weekend just to chill and stuff. And like, he thinks it's worth the drive. Apparently, it's like super cheap to live there compared to like even Brampton.
Yeah, that's I would assume that it is cheap. I remember when me and Sam initially moved I was middling at Yucks last year.
Mhm.
Christoph Davidson was headlining.
Yeah.
And well, actually, before all this, I was talking to Dan Hendricken.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, I want to move. I don't know where I should move. Like, I want to move to a bigger city because I was talking to him. I was like, you get limited opportunities in New Brunswick, and like, 'cause whenever I perform, I don't want to just do the same shit in front of the same people.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I want to constantly write to give them different material, but I also would like to, make the shit that I have better.
Yeah, definitely.
And he was like, well, then move to a bigger market. And I was like, where would you move? And he was like, if I was going to move, I would go to like Calgary or Hamilton.
Yeah.
He's like, you're still like, Calgary's a few hours away from Edmonton. But also almost in the middle, not really in the middle, but kind of in like the middle of like Toronto and Vancouver.
Yeah.
And then Hamilton is close enough to Toronto that you could just do it all the time.
Yeah.
And so then I had talked to Sam about that. And we kind of had those ideas floating around. And then I did that weekend with Christoph, and he was like, yeah, he's like, Hamilton wouldn't be a bad spot. He was like, because it's it's cheaper. They still have a good comedy scene.
I mean, they spit out mad comics that end up leaving Canada for better things. Pat Coppolino, who is like Tom Green's right hand man.
Yeah.
Just like huge pool of talent there. Like,
yeah. Jason Rouse is from Hamilton.
yeah.
Brian O'Gorman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all great guys. Yeah.
I don't know who else is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dudes. No, I think that I don't know, there's just there's just something about, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, who knows. Everyone says Hamilton is like New Brunswick. It's like the East Coast of
Yeah,
Ontario.
I've heard that too. Like, that's why I want to get down there, man.
And maybe that's why, because even if you look at it, the United States, most of the best comics come from New England.
Yeah.
Right, which is again, it's just like the East Coast. It's
yeah.
East, you got like your Boston, like Louis, Bill Burr.
Yep.
There's a lot of them. I think Joe Rogan.
Yep.
Sarah Silverman's from New Hampshire.
Yep.
But it's like there's a lot of good talent. There's something about the East Coast, I think, and Hamilton is just the East Coast of Ontario.
It's the East Coast of Ontario, yeah.
And they're close enough to Toronto that they can make a dent in the Toronto scene as well, while still being.
It's a great position to be in.
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, it is really cool, man, culturally.
Yeah, but so that's what happened is so Christoph was like, yeah, try Hamilton, and then so then we were like, oh, well, we're gonna go to Hamilton, and then I was talking to Brian O'Gorman, and he was like, don't go to Hamilton. He's like, I'm from Hamilton. He's like, just if you're gonna fucking move, just move to Toronto. There's nothing wrong with Hamilton, but just. You're making the move already. Why not
just go the full Monty and do the whole?
And then I was like, okay. And then who was I talking to? I don't even remember who it was now. Someone else. Ottawa comic was from Ottawa. Now he's in New York.
Okay.
Fuck, who is it? I don't know. I'm blanking on his name. He was on Colbert recently. Within the last 6 months or so.
Oh shit! Nah, escapes me.
I don't know why I'm blanking on it, but anyway, he was at Yucks, and I met him and was talking about moving, and I think I talked to Ryan Dillon too. I was like, like, why go to Hamilton? Just go to Toronto. Toronto's the best city in the country for comedy. Just go to Toronto. I was like, okay, and then he was like, yo. And then he asked, who the fuck was it? I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. Anyways.
I wish I could help, yeah.
And then, but anyway, so then he was like, yeah, he's like, why would you go? He's like, trust me. He's like, as someone who moved, someone was in a city and then moved and then had to move, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's going to happen is you're going to go to Hamilton, and then you're going to have to spend money to take the GO train or the bus to get to Toronto,
right?
To do these mics and then go back. So you're going to invest so much. You're spending, the rent might be cheaper, and you're spending a bunch of money there.
Yeah.
Plus, it's like an hour each way of your time. So there's a couple hours plus whatever you spend
too,
running around.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have to like work. And then eventually you're just gonna get tired of it, and you're gonna like stop going. And then he's like, who's gonna get better? The person who's performing a few nights a week every night, or the guy who's performing, the person who's performing a few times a night, or the person who's performing a few nights a week, and
Yeah.
so I was like, yeah, that's true, but I don't know. I still have like a different mentality.
Yeah, I don't really know where I'm at yet. Like, I remember it was like Jesus, probably a year and a half ago, and Dave Brahesh, shouts out Dave Brahesh. He just won a Juno for good friend Bad Grammar. He's also on Comedians of the World for Canada. He's a great dude. He's on Mr. D. He was telling me that either Toronto or Vancouver, like, was basically from Halifax. Like, the next stepping stone would be Toronto or Vancouver. So I've kind of had my eyes set on this place for like a little while, just based on like what different people have been telling me and stuff. But and like I've got my buddy in Brampton I'm living with, so he's been here for like 6 years. So kind of just like made sense to come up.
Yeah,
but.
Yeah, that definitely helps when you have someone. I don't know, like, though, I like what I notice, I always see a lot of people that they go super hard, like they gig hard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if it's beneficial.
That was me, like, in Halifax. Like, I guess, like, when I was first getting started, I was doing, like, fucking 5 to 7 mics a week in Halifax, which is, like, it's cool to get that much stage time, but I was getting burnt out, and I wasn't trying as hard to, like, make funnier jokes because, like, I was like, well, fuck it, I'll just do it. I have comedy again tomorrow. It doesn't matter if I bomb the set. I'll have another 2 sets tomorrow night. Whereas, like, when I was living in Fredericton, it's like, oh, I got a show here every 2 weeks and I got a show here every month. I was like, I have to like knock it out of the park. So like I guess I was trying harder because I had less opportunity for shows.
Yeah, and that was what I noticed. Like, so you see people that are just going excessively, and I'm like, when are you investing time to take that bit that you just did that was mediocre, and then punching it up and making it better?
Yeah.
You're not, because especially if you're working full time and then you're hitting 3 mics a night. When are you writing?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like being in the field versus the gym.
Like it's different. If you hit as many mics as you want, if you have the time to write and to run over things.
Yeah.
And like I will hit, I don't know, anywhere between 5 and 10 mics a week usually. Sometimes not. Like, I haven't been up in a week, but. That's because I was a little. I worked several evenings last week, and then, wait, actually, haven't I? I've been out recently. I was just out yesterday. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yo, my days run together, man. It's okay. Like, straight up. Like,
what am I talking about?
The other night, man, our neighbors are so terrible, man. We have like, I'm in this like 3-level. They call it a condo, but it's not a condo. It's fucking garbage. But it's I like the spot. I think it's really cool, but it's nicer than any apartment that I've ever had on my own. But we had these horrible neighbors, and it's like a 3-bedroom unit, but they had like 15 people like living on the floor, which is like whatever, but like be quiet. And and they were just like every night, like 5 a.m. you just hear like David Guetta playing like next door, and like party rock anthem LMFAO and stuff like that. And I'm just like, nah, like we can't have this.
Yeah, that's excessive, I think.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I just think, like, I don't know, like, to me, you see people a lot more people just fucking around with their stage time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, you're not running through bits. You're playing to the back of the room. All you're really doing is improving maybe being, like, comfortable, your comfort and your stage presence, and like playing with the crowd, or just being able to like improvise or whatever. But like in terms of straight material, you're really there's very few people, it seems, not like very few, but there's a lot. There's no real improvement. So like I try to write, and then if I go up multiple times a night, it's because I'm working on something new.
Yeah, exactly.
And I will run through it, and then I will listen back on my way to the next gig and see where I can make adjustments, and then try the other.
Yeah. Well, it's like you and I are already comfortable, so if we're just doing the same fucking shit all the time, then like, what's the point?
It's
or not.
I mean, I know you can always get more comfortable. I don't disagree with that, but I just think that like doing it too much, you're gonna get burnt out. You're gonna not care, You know what I mean? You'll fuck around because you have one.
It's like,
Again,
oh, I
in an
can get
hour
fucked
or
up, super
whatever.
blackout drunk tonight because I'll redeem myself tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whereas
so
like if you only have one show that week, it's like, oh, I'm not gonna get fucked up. Like,
yeah, you're gonna
yeah,
put
Take it
more
more
effort
seriously.
into yeah. I don't know. I mean, people I guess do what you want to do, and everybody's got different mindsets. But my mindset is just more, I guess, not going to a million mics and putting more effort into the
yeah.
the
It's a
5
quality
to
over
10 that I
quantity,
do.
I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'd rather give a better quality
Mm-hmm.
performance and actually work on shit than
Yeah. And it's like even in a place like Toronto too, like you can go to a mic and still only have 3 people in a fucking room.
oh yeah.
And so it's
yeah.
like sometimes like hitting every single mic all the time. I used to stress myself out like when I used to visit this place and like try to like hit every single goddamn mic, and then I did, and I hit like dozen mics in the short time that I was here. But like some of them would be fucking amazing, and then some of them would have like 3 people. One of them was homeless, and it's just it's such a gamble. So it's like if you it's just good to like.
Or there's some of those mics and you get up and then you get bumped for like several hours.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, well now it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I've been here since 8.
Yeah, and now it's
There
only
is
comics.
Nobody here. Not even only comics. There's one other comic because he's got to go after me. Like that's all we have.
Yeah,
right
dude.
now. So like, you know what I mean? To me, then I got a good buddy, Dan Belkin, who's from Victoria.
Okay.
He lives here in Toronto now too. I don't know how many mics he hits, but I know again his mindset is, he would rather try for a lotto spot at Yuck's Absolute Comedy Bar on some of the shows that have audiences, and if he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. But sometimes that's a better investment than going up in front of nobody.
Absolutely no one. Yeah.
Because to me, I don't find there's much of a benefit, and especially I'm very like, I can't just run through straight material when there's like nobody. Like I've gotten better at
it's
it.
just disingenuous. I would feel like disingenuous.
I got better. I just feel like I want to almost just more have a conversation with them at that point, and and that's probably why so many people do that. And it's playing to the back room because at the time that's all you have is the back of the room. There's no one else there.
Yeah.
You're just making your comic buddies laugh because those are the only people that are there. But like I remember doing one. It was at Cherry Cola's, which is not a thing anymore. I mean, Cherry Cola's is a thing, but it's a burlesque bar.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they would do an open mic there on Tuesdays, and I went up. There was maybe like 7 or 8 comics there, and then 1 audience member, and then
It's a great ratio.
5 of the comics like I was literally the last person to go up, and they all left during my set.
Seriously.
And the guy hosting gave them shit. And he's like, really? Are you seriously? There's 1 comic left. You guys are going to leave? And then they felt bad, and they went and sat down. I was like, no, I don't give a fuck. If you don't want to be here, go. Because I don't want you to be here.
At that point, you feel like you forced
I don't want you to be here if you don't want to be here.
Right.
Like, comics make shit audience members anyway, especially comics that don't want to be there.
Yeah, dude.
But thank you for like showing your true colors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The 3 comics that stuck around and were like, yeah, there's 1 comic left, and there's 1 comic who has done this to me on a few occasions where like I've gone up right after them, and then they're like, all right, I'm leaving, and I'm like, I'm closing out their show. You're not gonna stick around,
And
I'm
then,
like,
and then
fuck you.
everyone's
I don't
with
wanna,
them, or they're
support
cool or whatever,
you.
and then like,
I
6
don't
other dudes
wanna-
leave.
I don't want to support you.
Yeah.
Like,
man.
it's almost like, because like, okay, I'm not gonna drop any names. I'm not gonna say who it is because I don't want to get involved in any of that shit. But I just remember one time I was doing SoCap.
Mm-hmm.
And once a month, Adrian Sawyer does the candy show there.
Okay.
And so I was doing that show. It was on a Friday night. So I went to the Hawaii bar, and then I was going there. And I got up late at Hawaii bar because that always happens. So then I messaged, I was like, yo, I'm running late. No, that's fine. They're like, we'll just get you to close this one out. And I was like, all right, cool. So then I get there, and there's like 2 more comics and then me.
Mm-hmm.
And the comic right before me does a set and then takes off. And okay, it was a female comic because I don't want to sit there and try to be gender neutral while having this conversation. But anyways, she had brought a few friends.
Right.
There's 2 audience members. Sam Laitman was there. Hassan Chaudhry, who I had on an episode of the podcast a few weeks ago, was there. And then, this girl comic, and that list everybody's name except for hers. And then she had like 2 or 3 friends. So they were there. She does her set. Then I go up, and then her and her friends leave. And I'm literally the last comic. There's not even 10 more minutes. But I was like, fuck, whatever. It's shitty because you know what I mean? I would stick around for that 10 minutes if I knew that. If there's one more comic, it's a different. It's different when it's like a 30 comic mic and you're like, I went up 4th. I'm not gonna stick around
for 27.
I'm gonna go try and hit something else.
It's just like respect issue.
But you're like, it's late at night. I know you're not gonna go to another mic because there's no other open mics going on at this point. Stick around for the 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
It's just like it's like a nice courtesy. Like,
and it's almost like because it's like. There's people that just do it because they're a genuine person. And then there's people that it's almost like I feel like if people knew that I could help them on the East Coast, they would stick around.
Right? Yeah, facts.
Because they're like, I'm going to scratch his back so that he can scratch mine later.
Yeah.
But I think that if you're just a nice person in general, then people will help you. But anyway, so she left with her friends. Whatever. I did.
Being nice is like the number 1 fucking thing that has helped me.
Yeah. Like, so I did the mic, and then whatever. That was fine. But then then later doing Cherry Colas, this same female comic there, and she was complaining because there's people that wanted to leave. There was comics that wanted to leave, but she hadn't gone up yet. And she wanted them to stay to watch her.
Oh shit!
So she complained. They stayed. They watched her,
and then she pulled the same ass shit.
I went up, and then they all left. Her and them left, and then that's when the host was like, "Really? Like you just gave them shit?
You just did the same. Okay.
You just gave them shit because they wouldn't stick. They didn't want to stick around for you.
Yo, that's some hoe
Then
ass
they stayed,
shit.
and now you're gonna leave.
Yeah.
He's the last comic, and I was like, I don't care. Just fucking go. I don't want you to be here at this point.
No, man.
We're from
New Brunswick, man. We don't matter, man.
I literally pulled up the stool, and I just sat down, right like. Face to face, like me and you right now, to the one audience member, and I just sat there and I just told her my jokes.
That's amazing. Yeah,
I
mean,
this is what we're doing now. At this point, there's the other comics, but they've all seen this.
Yeah,
I'm just doing this to you because you're the only person who hasn't.
Exactly.
And I just did, I don't know, probably 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and it's so weird because there's that type of environment was like, I enjoyed that better than an open mic with a bunch of people that are sitting around that aren't. Because she was like invested.
Yeah.
She was the only audience member, but she was invested. And I could sit down and just tell her my jokes almost as if it was a conversation. And she would laugh when she thought something was funny. And I did 15 minutes. And I was like, how the fuck did I do 15 minutes?
Yeah.
How did I do 15 minutes with just one person?
Respect that.
Meanwhile, you could do a show with an audience that don't care. And you're like, it feels like the longest thing in the world, even though there are people here.
Yeah.
It's a very weird thing, but
man. No, mics are weird, man. I think I got roofied last year. I'm definitely not gonna say the fucking bar's name because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But it happened twice at 2 different bars. When I was here like a year ago maybe, and I was doing 2 mics, and one was on a Friday night, one was on a Wednesday. I'll probably give it away, but it was I went to the one of the bathrooms, and I think I left like my beer in there, and like I went back to get it. And then, like, I just like blacked out, and like pretty much like happened twice, and like for sure got roofied. Like,
you left your drink in the bathroom, or you left it on the?
Well, because like I brought it with me to the bathroom because I didn't want to get roofied, and then I was like, went to wash my hands, and I was like walking out, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot my beer, so I went back in, and like during that time, like it was busy enough that somebody just like fucked it up, and then like the second time, I just have no idea how it happened, but. Yeah, I've done mics blacked out of my mind, like just because I got roofied, and like, yeah, it's just crazy, man.
So who's roofing dudes in the man's lodge?
Right?
Yo, some gay serial rapist, I think.
Man, Bruce MacArthur. No, man. Like, damn. Like, no, that shit was crazy though, man. I was shook. I was in bed for like 2 days after that happened.
You sure you're not staging it? You're not like Jesse Smollett-ing it?
I'm just trying
like,
to get
hey,
more money
I'm
from
trying.
the career I don't have.
Like, yeah, I deserve more money, so I'm gonna stage. I'm gonna say that I got.
I'm gonna try and squeeze you more EI. I'm gonna say that I got fucking roofied.
You're gonna know that open mic that didn't pay. You're like, I want money, so I'm gonna out you as being the reason that I got raped, got roofied and raped at this.
I'll tell the disability that I got roofied, and that maybe I'll get like extra money or something.
I don't know. They feel bad for you.
Maybe cut me a little check.
It's like they give you get your you're getting like stress leave and EI. They like take both. Yeah. Which is almost the same thing, but they just add one on top of the other.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Right? So what is it, 60% or some shit like that of your gross? So then they take 60 and 60. So you end up getting 120.
Yo.
120% of your gross. Yo. I feel like I'm making more money now than when I was working. That's great.
Yeah, just pouring straight cash, doing nothing.
You're like, well, I'm EI because I can't find a job. I got laid off. And then stress leave because I think I may or may not have gotten raped. So I think I deserve both.
Bro, like I honestly,
not a bad
like
idea.
that one of the nights, man. I just remember I was in Union Station, just wandering around.
See,
like,
you're an idiot right there.
That's
I have never gone to Union Station because I wanted to go. You know what I mean? I've always resent. I'm always anytime I'm going somewhere.
The bus back to Brampton.
Like, is there a way that I could just completely avoid Union Station?
I do it with the bus to Brampton, but I was roofied out, and I made it back. I don't know fucking how, but I just remember the only thing I remember is doing the mic, and then like a piece of like wandering around Union Station, like asking for help at like 2 a.m.
Dude. Scary. I've been to Union a few times. So the first time, so it's like when we first moved here in September, Sam worked at Union Station at the McCafe there. He worked overnight.
Oh my God.
He would literally, they weren't open, like they closed at whatever midnight. But he would prep all night and then deal with the first like hour or two when it opens in the morning at 5:30 in the morning or whatever of just insanity.
I bet it's fucking crazy.
That place is busy all the time.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's where he worked, and I didn't realize how huge this fucking station was.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't realize because I didn't know that everything was there. There's Via Rail, there's the Go train, there's the Go buses, there's just a subway in general. There's fucking everything is there.
Yo, I dead almost shit my pants when I like was coming here because I was like on the train, and then they have the bathrooms like on the train, but they're like kind of like porta potty bathrooms. They're not great, and like it's like an airplane bathroom. Like fuck that, and like so I was like, I'll just piss like when I get to Union Station, and I got there, man. I dead ass had to ask like 3 different people how to get to the bathroom, and then by the time I got there, like I thought I was gonna die, man.
It's so
like,
fun. Like
it's vast, bro. Like
I'm trying to remember like. Going, I've been on a few Go trains. Like I went to Ajax, and I was like, I don't want to take. Initially, I was like, I don't want to spend the money to take the Go train to Ajax. I'll just go as cheap as I possibly can. I was like, I figure, I had my my monthly transit anyway, so nothing in Toronto in the TTC range would cost me anything.
Right.
So I figured I'd get as far as I possibly could and then ride the Ajax, whatever the other bus system was, and hopefully get there in time, do the mic, and then leave before the 2-hour transfer's up and only spend like $3. So I go all the way, and at this point I was in Etobicoke. I was here maybe 2 weeks. I was in Etobicoke, which is as far west as you can get while still being on the TTC, and I went all as far east as you can while being on the TTC.
Fuck, yeah.
And then I hopped on a Go bus, so then I still ended up paying what I wanted to. I thought I was getting on a regular bus, and it was a Go bus, and then I didn't know with the Go bus you got to tap on and off.
Oh, and the Presto passes are fucked. I don't use those anymore because they fucked me up one time and then they give my money back. But
yeah, so no, I tapped on, I didn't tap off.
Yeah,
and then
just like drained all the money off your card basically.
So then I went to go get on, and my card wouldn't tap on on the way back.
Yeah,
and then the guy was like, did you tap off? And I was like, I had to tap off. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, I didn't know that. And then he's like, and he's like, where did you get on? Where did you get off?
Yeah.
Like, and it was like, you're supposed to. I was like, I got off here. I was like, I don't know where I got on. I just know that I got. I don't know.
Here, bro.
I don't know this. Yeah, I've been here like 2 weeks. I just got on. So he's like, well, he's like, if you don't know where you got on, I have to fill you from like where this bus started.
Yeah.
So then it cost me like $12, and it probably shouldn't have.
Fuck. Yeah,
Plus
dude,
the $12 to go, or whatever it cost me to get back to Toronto. Plus it also took me like a ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah.
I took the GO train back the entire way, and it was an hour of my time, but probably 3 hours of my time going there because I tried to avoid paying the fare that I ended up paying more of anyway. And I was like, fuck sakes. Plus, and then but when I went back, that was a day I wasn't paying attention, and I missed my stop.
Oh yeah.
And I went to Mississauga.
I think you did a status about that or something.
Yeah, I did a status, and then I have a bit about it too. But I missed my stop, and then I had to walk back because my phone was dead.
Fuck. Yeah, I definitely remember that status, man.
It's 8 kilometers.
I was reading that, and I was like, I was
Fucking
praying that does not
midnight.
happen to me when I get here. I was like, I really hope I don't
It fucking
end
sucked.
up in that situation.
And then I did, but I didn't. I avoided Union Station at that point because I didn't need to be downtown. But then I did in November. I did a show with James Mollinger in Oakville.
Yeah.
And I was living north, so I hopped a GO train. There was the Union Pearson Express had a stop close to where I was staying at that point. So I was like, I'll just go there. I'll spend rather than dealing with getting all the way downtown, the time that it's going to take, I'll just hop on the UP Express and get downtown, spend the money, but get downtown in 20 minutes as opposed to an hour and 20 minutes kind of thing. So I get downtown to Union, and then I have to catch the train going west to go to Oakville, and I got on the wrong train.
Fuck.
And I went. Where did I go? I went like east and then north.
Man, you're lucky you don't have like crazy anxiety and like
And I got off
and stuff.
I was like, well, I was on, and I didn't. As soon as it started moving, I was like, oh fuck, I'm going the wrong way.
Oh no.
Because I didn't know, it's such a mess and so confusing.
Yeah, dude. Like,
I just looked and I saw a sign and it said Oakville.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize it was, it's like an airport terminal where it just, you have to go to the specific gate, because none of the other ones just say, they're not that big. The other GO stations are not that big. There's like usually one or two tracks. One's going east, one's going west, or north and south kind of thing. So you're just like, okay, I'm going this way. This is where I'm going. So I just saw the sign. I saw Oakville, and I was like, oh, Oakville's through here. Went through a door, hopped on, and then it started going the other way. I was like, Oakville's not through here.
not this way. Yeah.
And then I was like, whatever, I'll just hop off at the next GO station and then go back.
Yeah.
And then the next GO station wasn't as close as the normal GO station was. So I went all the way up to fucking, where'd I go? To Scarborough.
Jesus.
Got off. And then they didn't have, it was still in the TTC, so they didn't have another train going back into Toronto.
Yeah.
So they just go in the morning and then out in the evening for the people that are living out where the fuck they live.
Yeah.
But it's not because it's still in the TTC, where there's none constantly going.
Yeah.
So I ended up having to get on, basically almost the furthest you can be.
Like west on a TTC?
Kind of, and then had to go all the way back down to Union,
Oh my God,
and then get on the right GO train. So
Jesus
then I
Christ.
paid, you know what I mean? So I ended up paying money to get to Union because I didn't want to have to deal with the TTC and the long time, and then paid more money to get to the spot that I didn't even want to have to go, and then spend an hour to get back downtown.
Damn.
Just to finally go to where I was going to go. But it ended up working out almost in my favor, even though it cost me more money, because like initially, so the I think it was like the Oakville Center of Performing Arts is where we played, and they were gonna treat us to a nice dinner at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And James was coming from St. Catherine because he had done a show in St. Catherine the night before, and then Clifford Myers was on the show as well. He did the first episode of my podcast, but he was coming from Hamilton. And there was a snowstorm going on, So it took them both longer. So they both throw a message and like, at first James was like, "Oh, mate, traffic's a bitch. I don't think I'm gonna be there in time for the food or whatever." But he's like, "You guys go and have some food. I'll meet up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there late, so I'll just go do a sound check and then call it that." And then Clifford's like, "I don't think I'm gonna make it in time either. I'm coming from Hamilton. The weather's worse than I was expecting. It's taking me longer." And then I was like, "Yeah, I got on the wrong train, so I'm gonna be later than all of you." And at this point, I'm like, I should have already been in Oakville when they said I'm like so far fucking north. I'm like, god damn it. So then they end up, so I get to Oakville, and then their buses aren't running every like 5-10 minutes like in Toronto. So it's like every like 30 minutes, and I'm a 20-minute walk. I just miss a bus. I get off, I just miss a bus. I'm a 20-minute walk to where I need to be, or I can wait 30 minutes and then deal with another 10 minutes on transit. So I was like, I'll just walk. And then I was like, fuck, I'm not feeling I feel like I'm pushing my time. So I start jogging, and it's fucking a snowstorm. And then I step off the curb of the sidewalk, and I go down on my ankle, and I'm like, oh fuck, like sprained my ankle. So then I'm limping. I limped the last kilometer. I'm like, oh, this fucking sucks. And then I get there, and I'm like super early because I thought the show started at 7, but it was like doors at 7, show at 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank God.
I was like, fuck sakes, man. I just sprained my ankle. I could have just walked because the literally I don't even know. Like it was probably like maybe a 2 kilometer.
Yeah.
Well, and I probably ran 1 kilometer and then limped. So I walked maybe the first half kilometer, and then I jogged a kilometer, and then I walked the last half kilometer. But the time that it took me to walk the last half kilometer with my fucking sprained ankle was longer than what it took me to do the first kilometer and a half. So like I could have just walked the entire thing, got there just as quick or faster, not had to worry about my ankle. But oh fuck, that was not enjoyable. Like it was, and like I was like, I hate Union Station. Like it's so fucking. And then when I went to Hamilton last month, and I was like, fuck, I gotta go to Union Station. God damn it! So I just walked. I was like, I'm gonna go super early, so I don't have any chances of being late. And then I was like, hey, I'm just looking for where the go buses are to get to Hamilton. And she's like, okay, you're going to walk through number 6 and then down to platform number whatever. And then it's going to look confusing because it's a train platform, but just disregard that and walk all the way down to the other end of the platform. And then you'll see a door. You'll walk through the door, down the stairs, and then you'll see a parking lot where the buses are. And I'm like, why does it have to be that confusing?
Yeah, and I got home on roofies.
Like I was like,
I
don't understand.
How did I not die? Like
I don't understand why it's not laid out normal. You know what I mean? Like it's like you had like some idiot. It was like
it's like everything's a construction detour.
You remember Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you just gave that to the most incompetent person you knew, and then you're like, design a park, and then they were like, oh, how am I supposed to design a park? I don't know what I'm doing.
They did.
And then you're like, you don't have your exit. You don't even have a walkway to your exit. There's no signs pointing to where anything is. You just have to figure it out. Everything's numbers, and nobody knows, right? Yeah. Like, there's no sign that says bus terminal this way.
Yeah.
Right? It's just numbers, and you're like, I get the numbers are for different platforms, but why can't it, like, you know what I mean? Why does it have to be so fucking confusing?
Yeah. Oh, it is.
And they're terrible. Not even, and you get off, you get off the subway, and that's not even in the same building. That's like you walk underground or walk to the next building over to get into the actual where the trains and the buses and shit are. I'm like, why? I don't understand. I hate this place. I never want to go there unless I absolutely have to. It's just so fucking confusing.
Bro, like I was like on the way to take my Union Station shit. I like passed Tim Hortons and I was like, bro, I need Tim Hortons. And then like I found the bathroom and like, I got lost again trying to find the Tim Hortons that I had like passed. And then I actually ended up not going because I couldn't find it. And I went and then I walked outside and then there was another Tim Hortons on the block. And I was like, okay, bet.
Yeah, the other time I went to Union State, I had a buddy. And a buddy was staying. I don't remember what the hotel was, but it was downtown, right by, like pretty much next door to Union Station. So we were meeting up to go have some food, and I don't think I was here at that point. I think I was in October, so I was Woodbine, which is the next main intersection east. So I was like, you know what? At this point, I can get to the Main Street GO station just as quick as I can get to like the Woodbine subway station, and then I can literally just take the GO train, the one stop to Union.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend $7 or whatever as opposed to nothing, but it's gonna take me 15 minutes instead of an hour.
Yeah.
So I went down, got off at Union, and again I was like, I just gotta find the first door that gets me outside. I don't want to fucking wander around. I just want to get outside. That is
hard, bro. Like trying to get outside from Union Station, bro, like is sometimes actually more of a struggle than it like needs to be.
I know. It literally is the most confusing building.
And like you try to leave and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go outside now, and then you go outside and you're on a train platform, and they're like, fuck no, like
yeah, because the train platforms are all outside
and they're everywhere,
and there's so many of them. I didn't know why there was. I was like, why is there so many? Like there's
like
they go everywhere.
Yeah, there's like at least a dozen. Like it is, yeah, it's wild, man.
No, there's so many. Because I assumed that there would be like 4. You know what I mean? I assumed there's one going east, one going west, one going north, one going south.
I mean, fuck. Like,
wouldn't that make sense? You're like, okay, there's one going southwest, and there's one going northwest, and one going southeast, and you're like, why do I don't understand. There's not even that many different directions.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why you have more than 4 directions.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's crazy.
What the fuck are they like? To me, it would almost make more sense to just have another one branch off from a different station.
Mm-hmm.
Of that, you know what I mean? And so you're like, oh, we got, because I'm sure you could at some point. There's 2 separate tracks that are like 15 feet apart, going in a similar direction, and then one just turns off. And you're like, oh, why don't they just go to this one and then one turns off?
Yep.
And then at least it's less of a clusterfuck.
Yeah, dude.
Downtown.
No, it's fucking crazy, bro. Like,
yeah, this episode has been about traffic.
Yeah.
About transit.
Man. We're going in on the public transport, bro.
It's all transit. Last episode I talked too much about transit too.
Man.
That has been the theme.
You've got beef with the whole.
Like I call it still not dead, but I think that it should just be called like fuck TTC. Or
fuck
like
TTC.
That.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yo,
it's TTC. You know what? Have you ever been on the subways? You ever see like they always have the ads?
Yeah.
Some are ridiculous. Like I saw one and it was advertising an HIV positive spa.
What?
Yeah, it's a spa designed for people that have HIV. I was like, man, it's a very niche market. Like I don't think that how many people are living with HIV.
And I also didn't know that people with HIV just were not admissible to normal spas. Is that a thing?
Well, I'm just like, what happened? The moment
I've never been to a spa, but they haven't asked. I can't imagine the first thing they ask you when you go in, and it's like, hey, like I'm Anthony, I want to get a mani pedi. It's like, do you have the HIV? No. What?
Well, like,
and
what
if
are
I
you
do,
doing?
like,
I don't know what. Is it like? Maybe it's a happy ending massage.
I mean,
right?
fuck.
And we don't want to blow a dude who just got AIDS.
Yeah, facts, I guess.
And that makes sense. But like, I just remember seeing that. I'm like, what? That doesn't like. This is like making a cafe and you're like, only black people. Like, we only serve black people at this cafe. And you're like, I mean, cool. But like,
yeah.
I feel like you're really limiting your business.
Yeah.
Like, I know that it's a very multicultural place and there's quite a few black people.
But
there's
might be some white people
there's
or some
even
Asian people
more,
that want to go.
There's even more. If
there's
you
a really
just
cool
include
Sri Lankan guy on the street
everyone.
that would love to go to your cafe.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm like, I don't understand. And like, also, like, if you just like walk in, bro, and you're like, oh fuck, now people think that I have HIV because I can't.
And what if you go and you don't have it? Are you gonna leave with it?
Like, how does that work? But it's like it was. It also said on the ad. It said, it was something about like fighting the stigma of HIV.
The stigma.
And I was like, what do you mean stigma of HIV? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't. Like, I feel like there are some things that we can be like, you know, like, it's not the same as homosexuality. It's not the same as being transgender. It's HIV. It's
like a disease.
It's a disease that kills people. It's not. You know what I mean?
Let's
it
not
would
take
be
this
like
lightly. Yeah.
if every gay person was murdering people, then I think that it'd be more acceptable for people to feel uncomfortable around gay people. But like HIV kills people, right? Like that's people. Don't die happy with
being HIV positive is not like you should. I mean, maybe you don't celebrate that. I don't know. Like, that's not a badge of honor. Like, I don't know if that's man, that's fucked up, bro. And like, to work there, do you have to have it? Like, I have so many questions now.
But like, you would assume that you'd have to, right?
Yeah,
because I would assume
it's just one big contaminated fucking zone.
I would assume that if it's an HIV positive space, right?
Yo,
like think about it. Think of all the LGBTQ comedy shows they have going on that straight people can't perform on.
Yeah.
So maybe this thing is the same thing, right? You're like, no, everybody here is gay, or everybody here is
AIDS.
gay. Well, maybe that too, but
maybe, man. Fuck, bro. That actually, like, when you mentioned the HIV spa, that just reminded me. I guess I didn't know this until like a week ago. I mean, maybe like 2 weeks ago. I didn't know that there's like Tinder, but it's for people that have like STDs and stuff.
What?
Yeah, facts. And so like a person that I live with, friend has herpes, and so
you found it on this app?
No. I just
so you have to like. How do you? Is there like? Do you have to do like like? You know how? Are you on Bumble?
No, I'm not on Bumble.
Have you ever fucked with Bumble?
Nah.
Okay, so if you're on Bumble, there's the option to be like verified,
right? Where
you just like you basically you link up your social media to show that you're a real person. You're not like a bot or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
So like for these STD ones, does that mean they're like, okay, you have to send us your doctors? Send us
the fucking
scan a copy that shows that you actually have herpes before you can use this app.
Before you can, yeah.
Otherwise, it's just like a bunch of people on there, and then there's other people who are like, I want to make sure that all these chicks I matched with on Tinder aren't also on this one because I don't want to get
just cross-referencing everything. Holy shit, dude. No, man, like, I guess this girl, like, fucked around, got the herp, and then she was, like, on this social network, I guess, like, a dating Tinder thing for people that have STIs, and then I guess she got bored of that, so now she's just back on regular Tinder and just not telling dudes that she's got herpes.
Isn't that illegal?
I don't know, man.
I know it's illegal with AIDS.
With AIDS, yeah. With herpes, I don't know if it is illegal. Like, I mean, it should be.
I mean, if you don't know, but
she does know. That's the thing, yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's really gross.
If you don't know, you just blame it on the ignorance. But
yeah,
if you know, then you're just a cunt. Like
that's crazy, man. Yeah, she's wild though. I heard so.
Fuck.
Damn.
Man, they had some weird. This is a weird. This is a weird world that we're living. You know, everybody thinks that they should be accepted.
Yeah,
some people shouldn't. You know, like that's like you. I think that it's a
leprosy dating app, Matt. I'm gonna call it like I don't even know.
Like it's not the same as like cancer, right? Like
you don't fuck somebody raw and catch cancer.
that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's not as it's. I'm not.
People are wearing these things that they got from bad decisions like a badge of honor.
That's what it's the participation ribbon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't always deserve one.
Yeah.
Right? You didn't do anything to get it. You got herpes.
You didn't earn syphilis.
Yeah, you did. I mean
you did. Yes, you earned syphilis, but you didn't merit syphilis.
You earned it by going for that 100 raw dick record or whatever, but like no, there's something I'm like, okay.
Yo, is that a thing? Like, do people be like, yo, I'm trying to take 100 dicks strictly raw? Do you think girls have like a raw, when they get asked like how many dudes that they smashed or whatever, do you think they have like a raw list and like a fucking
right? They're like
a hat list?
It's like the dude, I don't know, man, how many chicks have you come to? Like that's
I guess. Like I never really kept track.
Like I fucked this many, but this is how many I had to buy a Plan B for.
Yeah, damn. I guess. Shit.
I think I've only bought Plan B for one person.
I think I've done that twice.
I think that I've had a few people that have had to, like, as far as I know, there was one chick who had to buy it.
Yeah.
I didn't invest in it.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'd rather just not raise a kid.
Yeah.
Like, not that I'd rather do that.
No,
but like,
yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not. I don't care if you get pregnant. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I'm not gonna
yeah.
be invested. No,
Like, yeah, facts. Yeah,
no.
they hit me
No,
up for that
that's not
350
true.
for that
Yeah,
abortion.
That's not
like,
true.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure I was with another chick who had an abortion.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Maybe 2 chicks. I got like a lot of dead kids in the world.
A lot
you know?
of dead kids,
There's,
bro.
more dead kids than I have fucked. So not that I fucked dead kids, but there are more dead kids because of me
Mm-hmm.
than. How do I word what I'm trying to say? I have fucked less women than I've created dead kids,
Damn.
which I think most people have if you can't come in a sock or
True. Yeah.
something, but
Yeah. Damn, bro.
no. One time I hooked up with a chick, and I remember she messaged me one of those stupid, those stupid hypotheticals that you only ever see in movies.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to ever have one of these happen in real life. I can't believe that you actually thought that people did this. Like, I've never ever been like, oh, so let's say I have a friend. Like, that's
Yeah.
Say so.
Oh, my friend.
Let's say I have a
describing
friend
their own
who's
situation.
pregnant, but she already has another kid and she can't afford 2 kids. Do you think it'd be okay if she had an abortion? And I was like,
You're like, bitch, is that you?
you don't have to have kids. Like, it doesn't matter if you have kids or don't have kids. Like, you're pro-choice or you're not pro-choice. Like,
Yeah.
That's how it goes. It doesn't. Being pro-choice doesn't mean that you have the option,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you could have 1 kid and then abort the second one, or you could abort
Yeah.
the first and have the second, whatever. But anyways, I was just like, "You're pregnant," and she was like, "How'd you know it's me?" And I was like,
Bitch,
"That's a
this is
stupid
elementary ass
hypothetical.
shit.
Why
Like,
the fuck would you ask me that question?"
the fuck? Like, it's like, yeah, that was, oh my God, smooth.
And
Yeah,
then,
smooth as
but then
fuck.
she was like, "I don't know if it's yours."
Why'd you tell me?
And then she's like, "You wore a condom, right?" I was like, "Oh, I think so."
Bruh.
And then I was like, "I was drunk. I don't think I did."
I've just like stopped, like, I don't know, like I've been like seeing this one girl since I got here a little bit, but like when I was in Fredericton, man, I smashed this one chick, and then she like texted me like a few days later. She's like, "Oh yeah, you should come over," blah blah. And then she had me on Facebook, and she was engaged, like to a guy that I could click on. I clicked on him, and they're together in the photo. And she's like, "Oh yeah, like come like smash on me soon." I'm like you're gonna be a bride in the summertime. Like, this is like fucked up. Like,
That is kind of fucked up.
yeah, man.
I
I didn't even know, bro. Like, I was just at this party.
I haven't done any of that shit, but I just that chick that I hooked up with, her and her boyfriend had just split up.
Yeah.
So then she's like, "Oh, it could be his."
No, this
But
girl.
they had split up maybe like a month before. And I was like, "Well, how far along are you?" She's like, "I don't know. I go for tests. Or I'll find out like next week or whatever." Then she's
Right.
like, "Oh, according to the test, I'm 7 weeks pregnant." And I go through the calendar, and I was like, "Oh, that's definitely me."
That's definitely me. Yeah, bro.
There's like, unless you fuck someone else's name, like within the same week, like,
Bro.
it's,
The whole married thing had me fucked up. Cause like she was not the same color as me, and her partner was the same color as her. So like, if I had infiltrated, then it would be super obvious that like she had cheated, I guess. Like, so that was kind of, yeah. I was the only white person in that entire situation, so that would have been hella fucked
then
up.
white baby pops
But
in,
she ain't.
you're
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm talking about,
that's
bro.
not mine.
That's he's like, what?
Talking about?
Yeah. So that man, shit's crazy these days, man. You can't trust nobody out here. But yeah, man. So that's always fun, man. That's always fun. My boy was telling me the story. A guy I worked with, he like hooked up with this chick, and then he went to the bathroom or whatever, and he came out, and she was like trying to like scoop the cum like back inside of her, like
What?
out of the condom, like put it in her hand, and like
That's fucked up.
And-
Just finger. She used
Yeah.
his cum as lube to finger bang herself.
afterward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, yeah, of course after. And so he like caught her, and I was
I
like,
would
what do you?
scoop it out. You know what I would
what are
do?
you doing?
I think that I would
Like-
put my hand in the condom the other way, right?
Yeah.
Like if you took like a plastic bag and you put it inside out.
yeah, I
Your hand
suppose.
in it. Like if you're picking up dog shit, right? You don't
Yeah.
pick the shit up with your hand and put it in the
Put
bag.
it in the bag. Yeah.
You put your hand in the bag,
And
you
you
pick
just
it up,
do
and pull the bag.
The role
inside out,
reversal,
right?
yeah.
So that's what you do: is you
Yeah.
put your hand on the inside where the or on the outside where the dick was, and you go, bloop, and then outside. The outside
Yeah.
of the condom or the inside of the condom is now the outside.
So you just like
inside
finger yourself
too.
with all that weird semen. You bro. I mean these chicks definitely.
I've thought this out. Like,
Yo.
I've just been waiting for someone to bring up it.
Yo, no,
The
definitely
time
though.
for me to reference this.
And like I asked the guy, I was like, "Does that work? Like, can you just take a handful of semen and just shove it inside yourself?" And like, I don't know, like because there's that myth that like when it hits the air that it's like not good anymore. But like, I don't know if that's
no, that's
true.
not true. I
Is that,
think
like-
that it's within maybe so many hours. I would assume, right? Because think about it. It's your vaginas aren't like fucking airlocked. Like,
Right.
It's not like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not like there's some air getting in for sure. I think
Oh,
that's
man.
why queefing happens.
Right. Yeah, of course.
It's a combination of probably dick and air.
Yeah.
That weird whatever
Like a
happens there.
vortex.
No, I watched this movie. I don't remember what it was called, but it was some horror movie with these like teenagers breaking into this blind guy's house.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. I
You
wish
a
I
blind
remembered
guy?
the
Oh,
name.
and the blind guy like fucks them up.
Yeah, man, he's like super, but he's not only does he fuck up, he's like he like murders like a bunch of them.
Oh shit. Okay.
But like on top of that, he's like this like crazy fucking rapist dude,
Fuck.
and he's got like this girl captive in his basement, and he like pretty sure he like takes like a turkey baster full of cum and just tries to like fucking knock her up with it.
Yo,
I don't know why he would
Turkey baster, man. That
to
shit's-
me, like not that I'm not pro rape, but like to me, why not just stick your dick in at that point?
I
Like,
mean, yeah.
like to me, where is the?
Kind of seems like an awkward.
It's like,
middleman.
just so you know, I'm not enjoying this.
It's just for science.
It's
Like what?
No, I no, rape doesn't turn me on. That's why my dick is soft. I have to turkey baste you. But that's fucking a weird situation.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like,
know.
I'm actually gay. I just need to jerk off. I jerked off to some gay shit earlier, and then
Jerked
I just kept it, and now I'm gonna put it in you.
I just want a kid, but I'm gay.
I'm gay.
This is the only way to do it. There's other ways.
This is how gay guys do it, right? Yeah.
that's a gay. That's the only way the gay guys can have sex. They jerk
Yeah.
off into something and then they.
Put it inside of a woman illegally against her will. Amazing.
It's one day. Or some of the shit that I think is talked about on this podcast.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna come back to
Oh man,
bite me.
bro. I'm just glad that I deleted my old Twitter, bro. My old Twitter, like deleted that shit.
Yeah, but did you really? Is it still? It's probably there.
I mean, I'm sure someone can find it. I'm sure some Russian computer hacker
Yeah.
can. Find that
I
shit.
used to say old dumb shit on Twitter that didn't make any sense.
Bro, I say dumb shit now.
I know, I do too. Like, to me, like, how is it's all context, right?
Yeah.
It's all, yes, there's a line, but everybody's line is different.
Yeah.
But like, I think that any normal person could listen to what we were just saying and know that we weren't being serious.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
We're not saying
yeah.
that. No, we know this.
Like, I'm
Trust
never
us.
gonna rape anybody
We
with a
are-
turkey baster.
Very well, or with my dick. Like, I'm not gonna rape
Or with my
anybody
dick,
in
yeah, for that
general.
matter, yeah.
Like, it's not,
Yeah.
there's not like I love how you were specific. Like, well, I'm not gonna do it with a turkey baster. Maybe with the back end of a plunger,
Leave myself open
or
for yeah.
something else. Like I haven't decided, but definitely not a
Yeah,
turkey baster.
not a turkey baster.
I don't want to do a turkey baster because I might want to use that turkey baster. Right?
Facts. I don't want
And
to. I don't want to
maybe
get cum in my turkey.
Right, especially if I match with that chick on that herpes app.
Oh God, man. Yo, like, what is a first date like that? Like off of that app, like, and what if you don't have the same thing?
the first date, it's like
Gotta catch them all.
it's like Pokemon.
Like,
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Yeah.
it's like Pokemon. You're just trading STDs. So you're not trading because you still have yours. You're just sharing.
yeah, it's like, yo, I got level 67 gonorrhea versus your level 37 herpes.
Who wins?
Yeah,
And then you fuck and you see who catches what.
Yeah.
And if you both catch, then it was an even match.
even match. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
if she catches and you don't, who really wins at that point?
Is there a winner? Is there? If you're on the
Is-
site, I feel like you've already lost.
Like, I think because you know what I mean. Yeah, if you fuck a chick, then she catches what you have, but you don't catch what she has. It's like
I guess you're better off than you were.
it's like
Or maybe you're actually the same.
You still have
You're the
still
same as you
exact
were.
same.
Yeah.
But it's like, so does she win because now she has more,
Yeah.
or is it like golf? You
I
know?
think it's like golf.
Is it like
the
golf or
more so you
basketball, right?
definitely like golf. Oh, it's definitely golf scores out here.
the
Yeah.
lowest score wins.
Yeah, the lowest score
Right.
for sure wins.
Yeah.
Zero being the fucking zero being the ideal.
Yeah,
The ideal
Yeah, 0 is the hole in one in this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I was like,
God damn.
bogey's not bad, but
Bogey.
that is I still think that's such a fucking weird app.
Yeah, bro. Like
some
we can't have Craigslist anymore. Dead ass. Like they actually got rid of like Craigslist like sex hookups.
Yeah, and they got rid of like Backpage. And all that
Backpage
shit
and like all that kind of shit. But we have herpes Tinder.
Yeah, but I think the thing with Backpage is that
Backpages was like hookers.
there's money involved, and
Whereas,
the government's
like,
not getting that
Craigslist
money.
was
That's why there's
like,
there's some places that have legal brothels,
Yeah.
and it has nothing to do with the safety of the girls. It has everything to do with the government
Taxes.
making money.
Yeah, of course,
right?
man. Yo, I remember like one of the last times that I performed at Yuck Yucks in St. John, R.I.P. There was my buddy came through, and he was like, "Yo, can I use your phone like for a few minutes?" And I was like, "Yeah, whatever, sure." And he had it for like a couple hours, and he was just texting hookers from Backpages the whole time. And so like I went home like the next day to go see my girlfriend at the time, and my phone started like buzzing off, and it was all these hookers, it was all these prostitutes from the night before that were like trying to like hit up the guy that had my phone, and like all this shit. So I had to like block a bunch of numbers. And I was like, I'm sorry, babe, but like I literally have prostitutes like texting me right now, and like I was so pissed when I got my phone back. Like
I don't know if I've ever been in that position. Like,
I think he had a phone, but I think they had him blocked. I think he became just irate, or like I don't know.
That's not a good thing, right?
No,
It's always weird when you get on a hooker shit list.
yeah,
I do
think
that.
that
I
might have
got
been-
on a hooker shit
you
list,
got-
but
did
not from fucking her. But
yeah,
I just remember one time I was in St. John, and was with a buddy of mine, and we were driving from his place. We were having a few nightcaps at his place,
Yeah.
but we needed to pick up some mix.
okay,
So we went for a quick rip to we wanted to get some junk food and some mix. So we went for a quick rip to the Irving, which is like the Garden Street Irving in St. John, which is, you basically drive by where the hookers are
yeah,
to get there from where we were at. And there's this one chick, and we're just like, definitely a hooker. We're like, hey, let's talk to her. And there was no, hey, how you doing? Like, it was just straight to the chick. She was just like, hey,
right,
can I interest one of you in a blowjob? And my buddy was like, nope. And I was like, how much? And she was like, 80, but I'll go as low as 40. I was like,
Damn.
you're not supposed to say that, but like you don't tell. Why are you telling me how much it is if you're also going to tell me how low? I'm not going to be like, oh well, here's $80.
Here's $80. Yeah,
I'm going to go, here's 40,
do your best
because that's
yeah,
what you offered. But anyways, yeah, she's like 80, but I'll go as low as 40. And then my buddy was like, you're a cop. And she's like, I'm not a cop. And he's like, you're a cop. And then he just started calling her a cop. And then, anyway, so he gave her a hard time. Then we picked up what we needed to pick up. And then I parked my car. So I parked my car on the street because I couldn't stay at the parking lot by his place past whatever 9 a.m. or whatever. I was like, we're drinking. I don't know what time I'll be out in the morning, so I'll just park my car. So then park my car, and then we start walking up, and we see her again.
Oh no.
And then she starts like mouthing off. So then I'm mouthing off to her too.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, she's like, good thing I wrote your license plate number down, buddy. I'm gonna go tell the boys, and they're gonna come fuck you up. And I was like, I don't know, like, okay, like, I don't know.
That's like a drug dealer telling you
know,
that you're
I'm
gonna
so
get in
sick.
trouble for buying drugs.
Like, we didn't really do anything. We weren't, you know what I mean? She was mouthing off at us for calling her a cop. Like, that's
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
no
all
one
it
at this
really
point really
was.
had done
There's
anything
no-
illegal except her.
And then so we go back to my buddy's place, and then I don't know, maybe a month or two later, we see her again.
Fuck.
At this gas station. She recognizes us, and she looks at me, and I just smiled, and she gave me a dirty look, and I was like, "You remember me, don't you?" She's like, "Don't know what you're talking about." And then as she's leaving the gas station, she starts mouthing off about me to the. She's like, "Don't serve this guy. He's scum. He's all this shit about me." And I'm like, that girl's a hooker. And he's like, yeah, I know. Don't go.
Obviously, yeah.
And then, anyways, flash forward maybe another month later or whatever, and I'm helping my buddy move out, and his landlord had just showed the apartment to this girl, and she comes up, she knocks on the door again. My buddy answers it, and she's like, hey, I saw your apartment earlier today. I just wanted to show my friend who's going to potentially move in with me because she didn't get a chance to see it.
Yeah.
And who's her fucking friend is this goddamn hooker. And we're like, holy fuck. I'm like, nope.
Oh,
we
my
close
God.
the door. And then my buddy calls his landlord and he's like, hey, I know you showed the apartment to this other girl and she wanted to show it to her friend who was going to live with her, but her friend's a hooker. I just thought you wanted to know. And I was like, dude, that's fucked. Like, it's so funny.
Oh my God, man.
In such a weird ways.
That's
like
that's the East Coast, though. That's the fucked up thing about the East Coast is like that can happen, and it's like not horribly unlikely that it would happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny, man.
Hookers, man.
Yeah.
Fuck. I guess I'll just leave us on this. I just have like a little story about hookers, just while I.
Yeah, tell me your story. 'Cause I have there's two other things we'll touch on after, but I do want to hear the story, and then
Cool. Yeah, basically, like, I just, when you're talking about that hooker, like, it reminded me, when I was living in Halifax, I was walking down by, like, Pizza Corner with my boy Cam, and this like, really weird old lady, like, started walking with us, and she's like, are you guys gay? And we're like, no. And she goes, walk with me. And we're like, what? And she goes, I'll pay your cover and buy whatever drinks you want, like, at this bar or whatever. I'm like, okay, sure. And we're going to go home anyway. And we get inside, and this lady ends up being a hooker, because she has all this like dirty money. She's just like telling us that she has to spend, and so she gets us a bunch of shots, and she takes her own and she like pours it on the ground for no reason because she's crazy, and then she takes my friend's and she throws it in his face, like it's all over him. And then I took my shot because I knew what was coming to me. I was like, this is just weird. Like I don't know what's gonna happen, and so I took my shot, and then we're like, oh, we'll be right back, and I grabbed my friend. We ran, I guess, literally as fast as we could, like, to get away from this lady. She told us that she was staying in a hotel room that was being rented out by her gang. And she's like, oh, you guys should come back to hang out with me and my gang. We're like, what the fuck? She's like, I got all this dirty money. And, like, it's terrifying, man.
I don't know why anyone would just, like, casually, like, open on that. Not, like, open on, but even just, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta build a little bit of trust with someone before you start telling them shit like that. Like, you're like, hey, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, like, hey, I know we don't know each other, but I sell heroin. You know what I mean? Maybe let's do heroin together before you tell me that you sell it. Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, stepping stones, man.
Don't open on that.
That's just my little anecdote about Halifax hookers, man. It's crazy.
Stepping stones. That I have this new bit that I'm working on, and it's about dildos, like just giant dildos.
Cool.
And I have this, and it's still like a work in progress, but like I have a bit where I say like that I read an article that says that said that some chicks will use giant dildos to prep themselves for childbirth.
Oh shit! Okay,
not
damn.
True. I just made this shit up. But and I was like, yeah, and then, I was like, that makes sense, right? If you want to get your ears pierced and you want to stretch them, right? You don't just start small and go big instantly,
right?
That's how you tear.
It's a process. Yeah.
You got to work your way up. So I guess it's the same thing with the vagina. You know, you start with dick, then you go big dildo,
and then you go baby.
Right?
Yeah,
it's baby steps, if you will.
Amazing.
That made me think of that. Yeah, there's steps you go before you do stupid shit like telling people that you got dirty money you got to get rid of and all that shit like that. That's
so many questions. I thought I was gonna wake up in a bathtub full of ice. So like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like
I don't know if you'd wake up at that point.
We
I feel
ran,
like you're just like
we booked it, bro. Just gone.
Holy fuck. All right, I got two.
Yeah, what else we got?
Two things to talk about. Two things. Two questions. I also I have plugs that I can do too, but should I do the plugs now? Do you have anything you want to plug?
Man, I don't have anything, dog. I'm just out here, man. I'm just glad to be here.
All right, I'm gonna quickly do some plugs.
Do some plugs, man.
Do it now so that people are still listening.
As
opposed to like, all right, it was a good chat. Now it's plug time.
Now plugs, like fuck that shit. Yeah. Now plug it, man.
What do I have for plugs? Plugs. As far as book shows, nothing that like I have. Yeah, there's nothing I guess that'll. There's a couple in Toronto that are this week, and this podcast will be out after them. So I can't really plug that.
I've got one tomorrow. I guess I just remembered, but
but I got at the end of April back in New Brunswick for the last week of April. Quickly check the dates right now. So I fly in on the 23rd, and then that day, April 23rd, fly in and do Five and Dime, the new mic that they're doing there. And then on the 24th, I'm going to Fredericton to do the Abbey. Haven't done that in like a year.
Church announcements, man. Let's do it. Hell yeah, man.
And then I have... What do I have? The 25th, I'm doing a fundraiser at my old high school. Hochine Smollinger.
Love it.
And who else is on that? Thane Fox, Travis Boyce, Jillian Graves.
Amazing.
That'd be a fun theater show.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Sick. And then the 26th, 27th, I'm at Chuckles Comedy Club opening for Mike Dambra.
Fuck yeah, man. That's going to be dope.
I think I don't know if I want to quote. If I quote this one, who's... Yeah, I don't know. I forget who. There's another big comic that's emceeing the show, but I don't want to misquote who it is.
Right.
I forget who it is now.
It's gonna be great.
But yeah, it's gonna be a good show. And then I've been doing some brand ambassador work.
Oh yeah. I've seen that on the net, man.
Yeah. So like we got if you like to save money on things, use some of my promo codes. I've been repping California Apparel. I have one shirt from them. They're from Halifax, by the way.
Yeah.
East Coast repping. I have one T-shirt from them. It's super comfortable. So check them out. California or at California.apparel on Instagram or CaliforniaApparel.com. And if you want to buy something, use promo code MattK432499520.
Dope.
That is long as fuck. Again, that's MattK432499520 for the sick 20% off. I've also been repping Wave Right wristwatches. They make super slick or sick watches. Sick in the good way. I just bought a few. I don't have them yet, but I will soon. But they're super, super nice watches. Hopefully they're nice in real life too and not just in the pictures. But you can check them out at Wave Right wristwatches on Instagram or Wave Right That's like a tongue twister.
It is, man.
WaveRightWristwatches.com and use promo code WaveRight41DQJ for 30% off.
WaveRight41DQJ.
Yeah, Wave Right. And that's Wave with a W and Right with a W. But
Wave Right. Okay.
It's WRIGHT.
Wave Right. Okay,
So
got you.
Right,
like the
like
Wright
writing,
brothers.
and not right like your
Being correct.
right arm, right? It's right with, I don't know why they do this, but
that's cool, man.
they do this. And I got Respire Apparel. I don't have anything by them, but I have been eyeing a hoodie on their site, so nice. I'll probably order that up soon. But check them out on Instagram as well, respire.apparel or respireapparel.com, and use promo code AMB-MCHVFTCWR. That's AMB like ambassador dash MCHVFTCWR for a hot 20% off. I'm going to put all of these in the description.
Fuck yeah.
So that you can actually see them as opposed to like, what did you say?
Copy paste that
what
shit.
What did you say? And then we got last but not least, Beyond Beanie. And everybody knows that I like beanies. I'm not wearing one now, surprisingly. I took it off right before this podcast started.
Fuck yeah.
But Beyond Beanie is really cool, actually. I like that one. Every beanie is signed by the artisan who makes it. Ooh. And every item helps a child in Bolivia. So
that's actually really cool.
That is actually, that's what I mean.
I fuck
so
with
like,
that.
For example, one beanie equals 5 meals, one bracelet equals 1 dental care, and one bag equals 1 set of school supplies.
That's amazing.
So plus, if you use my promo code, you also get a discount. You get 25% off. So not only are you getting a discount, but you're also
helping somebody at the same time. That's super
So
sick. Do that one.
I definitely do
Yeah.
that one. Do all of
them, but
like,
if you're gonna do only one, probably that one.
yeah, Beyond Beanie. Go with Beyond
I
Beanie.
fuck with Bolivia.
So it's check them out on Instagram at Beyond Beanie or
Dope.
BeyondBeanie.com and use promo code RealFakeMattK at checkout because
Real
I got to
fake
choose.
Matt K.
I got to choose the promo code.
I love it. It's not like an Uber code.
It's my social handle.
Yeah.
It's my social handle. I didn't want that ridiculous bullshit code that is hard for people to remember.
Yeah.
It's something simple. So use Real Fake Matt K for 25% off at Beyond Beanie. Buy whatever you want. And use Real Fake Matt K to follow me too.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Extra plugs. What's your social shit?
Oh yeah, so my IG, I'm basically just on Facebook and IG. So on Facebook, facebook.com/AnthonyDavidWade. And then on Instagram, I'm just Anthony.comedy. So pretty simple, Anthony.comedy. Yeah.
Simple. I'll put that also in the description, but you've also heard it as well. Yeah, so now I got every episode I always ask a ridiculously dumb, weird question.
Okay, let's do it.
And so I'll ask that, and then we'll ask the closing question that I close it out on.
Cool.
Sometimes I think that maybe I should do the closing question at the beginning because I think that it can sometimes lead to a nice, interesting conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
But for the time being, it's going to be at the end until I decide to restructure everything.
Cool.
But the weird question that I want to ask you is I don't know if we talked off air. I think about you getting your haircut, but I don't know if we ever talked.
I don't think we mentioned it on here.
So anyone that knows Anthony, if you know me, you might know Anthony. If you're a New Brunswick comic, you definitely know who he is.
Sweet.
He is White Anthony.
White Anthony, that's the one.
The long-haired, Jesus-looking.
Yeah. No more long hair, man. It's gone.
He cut his hair off.
I'm a short hair boy now.
He cut his hair off. So my question is, now that you've got your hair cut, you can't really compare yourself to a bad Kurt Cobain cosplay. So what is the new comparison?
It's true, man. I used to walk outside looking like a bad Kurt Cobain cosplay, man. I like to think that I'm more like an anorexic offspring of like a drug-riddled Jared Leto from Lord of War, or like Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance. Like basically like kind of like any standard barista, I guess.
Like a not gay barista.
Like a standard straight handsome barista. I guess.
What, are you saying that gay guys aren't handsome?
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just saying I'm straight handsome, but like I'm not. And I read a real barista, like one that can actually make an Americano, like not this second cup like bullshit. But I'm talking about like.
Well, an Americano's an easy one to make.
Yeah, true.
Well, second cup's still probably a machine. I know. I think second cup is. I feel like your lattes are probably the fake ones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Second cup. I don't know their process. But I like a good Americano or a red eye.
Love Americano, man.
And yeah, there's something different, right? Because you go to like any coffee shop, like any coffee shop that's not Tim Hortons, but any, like your second cups, your Starbucks, the chain ones. It's still anybody can work there. There's something really fancy, but when you go to like your
like
more
a pretentious cafe, like a skilled barista.
Yeah, it's
something
like,
that might
it's
pay money to learn.
It's like the dive bar versus a classier bar kind of comparison. There's the ones where like you're just doing basic mixed drinks and pouring like beer and wine maybe, and then here you're like, oh, what the fuck is this? This is too fancy. Yeah, that's kind of So I see it. I can definitely see the comparison. You look.
Yo, shouts out Gerard Way. Shouts out Gerard Way, man. He's got a new show on Netflix.
Yeah, it was really good. I did not know that he did that show.
I haven't seen it yet, but
what's it called?
I've heard it's Umbrella Academy.
Yes,
I've heard it's tight.
Yeah, it was really good. And then the dude from the Misfits is on it.
Yeah,
the Misfits, the show, not the Is it the
guy that played Nathan?
Yeah. The Misfits, not the band.
No,
not
band.
Yeah.
No, the dude from the British show. Yeah,
he's on it. So that's pretty cool. And then what's her name? Ellen Page, another Maritimer. Yeah, she's on it too.
Damn, man.
She's one of the siblings.
Damn.
She's a fellow Maritimer.
I love it.
East Coast.
Yeah, I love it, man.
East Coast representing.
Yeah. So like on the topic of Ellen Page, like I guess so I was dating this girl a few years back when I was living in Halifax, and I guess when Juno was coming out, because it's like Alan's from Halifax and Michael Cera is from Brampton, and I guess when Juno came out, Ellen Page brought Michael Cera to Halifax, and I guess they went to this like house party in the North End, like a super regular ass party, and Michael Cera did a bunch of ecstasy, and Michael Cera did a bunch of ecstasy, and he ended up crying in a bathroom at this person's house in the North End because he had realized that he had been typecast as a nerd from Arrested Development, and then he kind of just had the epiphany, I guess, at this party because he was a nerd in fucking Juno, and like. But yeah, see, I guess he like broke down and was like inconsolable. And
I'm just picturing. Remember Michael Cera and This Is the End?
Yeah,
just super fucked up on
like
coke.
The cocaine. Yeah, dude.
I'm just picturing that version of like Michael Cera at this party.
That's probably what it was, man. Like, just crying his eyes out, man. Like,
oh, that's kind of funny.
It was weird as fuck. I was so surprised when I heard that, but
I could see it though. You know, I don't know who Michael Cera is, but like, you know what I mean? Like, he's very good buddy friends with like, you know what I mean, the Seth Rogen, like Jonah Hill, those guys like from. So you're like, but he does have that kind of nerdy, like you think of him as that kind of, I guess, nerdy guy. So it might be weird in that sense if people like they think that that's who you are, but it's just because of characters you portray, and because you have some resemblance of that in real life anyway.
Like, I wonder what the real Michael Cera is like. I want to meet the real Michael Cera. Like,
same. I want to know.
I don't know, man.
Maybe like objectifies women and
he's just horrible.
Punches babies. Like,
yo,
he's just a rumor start.
Not paying hookers. Like,
yeah, it's just a lot of hookers that he fucks and he doesn't pay them.
Bro,
just like, you don't get any of this super bad money.
No. None
for you. That's fucked.
Yeah, man.
That's funny.
So poor Michael, man. But shouts out to Alan Page for holding him down for the night, I guess.
It is super funny. All right. So we'll wrap this up. I got
a final topic.
A last question.
What's up?
And every podcast episode with so far, because it's called Still Not Dead, and so I always like to have some form of death related to it, but I don't want it to be too morbid and dark. I don't care about morbid, but I don't want it to be too like dark and depressing and personal, you know, because it's still a comedy podcast. But I ask this every episode is if you could choose how you died in a non-suicidal way, how would you die?
So I would probably buy like a plane ticket to like a foreign country that I'd never been to, and like not a fun one, and then I'd probably just live there and see how long I could last, like living in like Uruguay, or like Syria, I guess.
You're like, I'm gonna immigrate to Syria.
Yeah,
you're just like, what trade houses?
Yeah, we'll
all
just
those
switch.
People that are coming. Yeah,
you go live in my house. I'll go live in your hole, and no dead ass though. Like if I wanted to die and I knew that I was gonna die and I got to pick how I went out, I'd probably just go and rough it in like some crazy ass foreign country for like way too long.
That'd be kind of cool. Like live in like the slums of like
India.
Yeah, maybe, or like I'm trying to think of what's a dangerous. Brazil, that can be dangerous sometimes in the wrong. If you're in the
any
wrong
country
area.
ending in Stan.
Yeah. I like Brazil. I think Brazil would be good because at least it's a nice looking place on a television screen.
Yeah, Google Maps is pretty.
It's always portrayed as a cool spot, but you also know that it can be dangerous.
Yeah. Get beheaded.
Nothing ever good comes of Pakistan. Like,
no one from Pakistan has been like, oh, like Nobel Prize winner. Like,
but like you don't even know it. Not that nothing, but like, It's just always looks like sand.
It's
and
a hellhole.
People murdering people. That's all you ever think of.
No one vacations to Pakistan.
It doesn't look like a nice place.
Yeah,
and maybe it is. I mean, it's definitely somewhere that I would be interested in visiting.
I just feel like you wouldn't leave less. I feel like you would not. There's no way that you would enter Pakistan and leave on a better mental health level than you went in.
Well, maybe it depends. It depends on how you look at things. Like if you look at things like, oh, I'm better off than some of these people.
Yeah. Right? I suppose.
But if you go there and you're like, actually, their life is better than mine, then you might. Oh, fuck, this is depressing.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to die, though.
Yeah, man.
I've had a lot of.
I don't know if I'm gonna die. I don't want to do it here. I'm doing it somewhere else.
Yeah, you know, that's an interesting way.
Yeah, man.
I die different. I didn't die last episode.
No.
But unintentionally. Usually I die in a different way on every
Okay.
episode.
What do you got for me this
And
time?
It's always an ironic way. Just not so much. It's just a very like. I don't know if ironic is the word, but it's always just like a weird, kind of ridiculous way. But I think that this time I die, it would be like I would go up to, I would be in space, and then maybe it would be like I'm in space, and then I take my helmet off because I think that I'm in the appropriate place to take my helmet off,
but
and
you're
I'm
not.
And I don't know what happens when you do that. I don't know.
I don't know. Do you freeze?
I don't know. I don't know what happens, man.
Because I remember there was like,
or if you just.
I posted a Magic School Bus where they went to like Jupiter, and Arnold took his helmet off, and then his whole head just like froze immediately, and then like
Yeah, that's what I base every
every
scientifical scientifical. That's not a word.
Miss Frizzle just put his helmet back on and gave him a tissue.
Everything that in life, you can find the answer. Any question you have in life, you can find the answer to on the Magic School Bus.
It's true, man.
Yeah, that's
true.
Yeah, no, I don't know what would happen if you did that, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think there's no air, so then you would immediately be deprived of oxygen.
But if you're holding your breath, how does that work?
If you're holding your breath, you would be able to exhale, but I'm guessing that when you went to inhale, like it would just be like hitting a wall or something like that. But you'd probably be able to exhale, but you definitely wouldn't be able to inhale.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there wouldn't be any air. But that's crazy to think that, like, because there's like vacuum, right? There's nothing there.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
So I don't know what would happen. But like, yeah, you're so like it wasn't like I intentionally take it off, or I'm just like, oh man, this is sweet. We're good to go.
It's just like a Darwin. It's like you're smart enough to get into space, but you have this you have this Darwin ass moment where it's just.
So like, oh guys, this is so cool. Oh look, we got pizza.
Yeah. You have to be in like fucking Mensa to be able to go into
the
space.
Pizza's like floating. I'm like trying to catch it. Like, oh sweet.
Space pizza, man.
I'm just like, I don't know where I am. I don't know where I would be like. In what? Like, oh, it'd be like okay, so like I'm on the moon, and I'm walking around, and then my eye is itchy, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Just
like, oh fuck.
Yeah. I think like it's definitely really cold, and I think like the issue is just like breathing in. I think like because no oxygen.
I don't know, but I just think that would be a good weird way to die.
Sick way to die.
Just be like, what the fuck?
Yo,
how did you get up there? Like, how did you even? Why did they let you up there?
Space definitely beats Uzbekistan.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a good way to die this week.
That's a good way, man.
Hey.
Bro.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me on, man.
Oh, no problem, man. Thanks for being on.
Fuck yeah.
You know, thanks for letting me know.
A
month ago.
Yo, I didn't know you were here. I'm sorry. No, we're gonna link up though, man. We'll link up.
100%.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you having me coming through, man. Appreciate you, man. This has been Anthony David Wade for the Still Not Dead podcast here with Matt Keenan, man. Oh yeah.
There you go. You're making this more professional than I am,
man. This is the guy with the promo codes. I love it.
Yeah, I think that anybody can get those.
I haven't tried, so you're a step ahead of me. You're a step ahead.
Just try it. I haven't. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I've gotten anything from it. I don't know if anyone's bought anything. Probably not. But maybe one day.
I'll use it when I get home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go buy one of everything.
Yeah, just one of everything. All right. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yo, thank you so much.
Definitely.
Peace out.
Definitely chill, and we will maybe one day have you back.
Hit some mics, man. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Yeah.